Well, it's nice to have a general store on your back in a disaster, but you can't take the general store. But you can take a pack with some items you would find in a general store. The only problem is, how much weight can you carry? Well, I'm about ready to do a little test trip. It'll be my third test trip. Little backpacking trip this weekend. And this time I'm not taking all the weight. I'm going to reduce the weight in anticipation that it'll, of course, be easier to carry. But also the assumption is I'm only going to be 50 miles from home. So here's the weight. Let me give it a little jiggle on the pack here. Focus, 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 focus. Anyway, you can see it's a little over 55 pounds, maybe 58. And I'm going to try to reduce this down to around 40, 35, something like that. There's a lot of things I don't need for what would be a 50-mile walk home. And the funny thing is, when I go up the trail, I'm going to add a couple things of luxury just for the fact that I'm having fun. But that's okay. If I had to walk home 50 miles and I did not have any beer, I would be okay. Well, here we go. So I've reduced the pack by 18 pounds. It's about 40, 41, 42 pounds. And let's see what I'm leaving behind. In other words, I'm walking home 50 miles. There's a lot of things I don't need. And let's take a look at that. And of course, the conditions would change on weather and so on and so forth. So I'm leaving behind the tarp, leaving behind the change of clothes, long underwear, the jacket, a whole lot of water, about half the food. Now, actually, I don't even need half the food I got in the pack, besides all the fun food in the party pack. Leaving behind the rations, the one roll of toilet paper. I'm still taking another roll with me. And the shoes. And it turns out this little holster for the Glock is a piece of junk. And so I had to use my other one. We'll get to that. Leaving behind the skinning knife, the crowbar, some strapping material. So I'm not really leaving a lot behind. I'm being cautious, I guess. So let's see. The pack now looks a little different. Most of the weight that was on the outside and the back is now at the bottom. There's nothing on the molly straps anymore. Still have all the radios, and I'm thinking about that. I may reduce 2 radios. And then the belt. So we got the magazines, the flashlight, the first aid, the 2 power packs, the knife, and the Glock. And while I don't like the weight of that holster, it is an awesome holster. Especially under a survival situation, it definitely protects the gun. So, there we are. Let's see how it all works. I can't wait till I load up and hit the trail. Well, here I am, Salmon Creek Trail. And now we see what the setup looks like for backpacking mode. I'm ready to go. Just another beautiful day on the Salmon Creek Trail. There's the trail. Well, camp is set up. I've already had a little lunch. This tree is always so handy to hang things on. And I took a little walk, so I turned the alarm system on. And got the jacket out because it's getting cool. But boy, am I happy with that tent. The lighting's no good, but I'm telling you, it's a great tent. Of course, I haven't slept in it yet. That'll happen tonight. Well, let's take a look inside, since the light is hitting it just right for that. So, obviously, a pad and a sleeping bag. Okay, I'm impressed. All the fine stoves I've used backpacking, high dollar, low dollar. I've never used this little solid fuel before. And I'm impressed. One little tablet, it's almost gone. But I don't know if we can see it here. Now you can see the steam. I got tea with one little tablet. Pretty good. Well, I wanted to see what twigs would do, because the idea is when you run out of solid fuel, or you know you're going to use a lot to cook one thing, you start putting twigs in there, and they burn just fine. And yeah, I think my tea's hot, but I'm just sort of experimenting anyway, so I'll let it burn down. Well, alright. The tent did well last night. In fact, it rained. A little bit. I thought it was dew at first, and I realized those drops coming off the trees are not dew. Luckily, I had put the rain tarp on the tent, and I put the rain cover on the pack, so all the electronics were happy. And I've already had a couple cups of coffee, but the stuff is so good in the morning in the country, I can't help myself but to have more. I use those hotel coffee bags, put it in here, it gives me about 2 cups of coffee, and then just keep adding water till the bags are, spent. So I got enough for a couple more cups. I'm going to have them, but right now I'm going to have this cup, and then I'm going to take the Globalstar satellite telephone and go over to that boulder right there, which has some clear sky above it, so I can call the wife and say good morning. Well, I'm calling the wife. How this phone even works into this condition, I don't know. As you can see, I'm surrounded by trees. Good morning. Hi. Yeah, I know it's not working as good this morning. I had to wait like 10 minutes for the next satellite to come around, but anyway, no big deal. It shouldn't work at all considering where I'm at. Anyway, yeah, it was a great night. The tent was great. The bag was great. I actually slept until about 7:30 this morning, and a blue jay woke me up. Yeah, it's rare I sleep beyond 6, so obviously. Well, I had a great breakfast. The Mountain House scrambled eggs and ham is awesome. But then again, Mountain House has never let me down. I'm starting to pack up the beast. And by the way, here's the tent without the rain fly. It's all completely mesh. Really nice. Summertime nap time. Anyway. Well, I'm all packed up and ready to go. And I packed this slightly different just to see how it feels. And I've left only footprints, and I'm taking only memories. I'm going home. Yeah, that's his name, Les Stroud, Survivor Man. He takes these videos of walking and away, coming towards the camera. But since he carries the camera, he has to set it all up, and you go, yeah, that's a lot of work. And you know what? It is. It's a pain in the butt. I only walked, 20 feet? Just wanted to get some video of the open trail. And, like that. So, the pack seems to be feeling alright. Everything else seems to be okay. It's not too hot. So, I'm going to keep walking.